Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, I hope everybody's having a safe, productive hump day. So happy hump day to each and every one of you guys out there. Um, this segment right here, it really means something to me, especially based off of everything that's going on. And since New Year's, the beginning of the year was just crazy. And I don't know if the world is really taking that in, what is really happening to us as a people, you know, as Black people. And that's why I wanted to do this segment. So, but I got a couple other things I wanted to touch on too, but this one really mattered. Hey, Jamie. Hey, sis. Good morning. Happy hump day to you, sis. But yeah, I hope everybody's safe out there. I want to say prayers to those in California. Good morning, Nola, my love. Um, I want to say prayers out there to the people in California. I was up till like 4 o'clock watching this fire windstorm running through. My daughter called me like, "Mom, look at the sky, Lalizi. I hope y'all are safe out there. The sky is pretty orange. I love you, Lalizi." And it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad out there. And I so want to go out there and protect her, but I can't. I can't be there. So yeah, I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. But yeah, um, I hope everybody's being safe. It's wind, it's snowstorms everywhere. Prayers to my kids in Kentucky. They're snowed in. It's crazy. I gotta go home tomorrow, so hopefully, God sees fit to let this pass. Okay, so that's just where I am with that. But let's get into this. So as I get up, I like to look at stories and digest things as I go along. And focus on what's happening in real life. And when I see when I'm going across, Shank Rock doing a live, and he's saying, "Thank you, Nola. Yeah, y'all pray for Lalizi, and she's in Vegas, but they could be affected. It's actually even snowing ashes out there, y'all. Like, um, I've never seen nothing like it. When my daughter just called me, it's super crazy. Hey, Snoopy, salute, salute. My Snoopy up too. Hold on, Snoopy. Put you in blue because you're super supportive. And Nola, let me get you orange over here too. Snoopy, I think I put you in blue. Okay, hold on, Nola, because Nola is super supportive too. And I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. And if you check, I have a goal of 5. My tier is only $2.99, so feel free to help me reach my goal, you guys. Of getting 5 super stickers or super chats this morning, if you don't mind. It'll be awesome. But anyway, prayers to those in California and Vegas and the surrounding areas. Um, Man, this is crazy. But I wanted you guys to come and talk to me about, does black lives really matter? And when I say that, does it always just have to be white crime to black people, or does it really matter to us as a people? You're welcome, Lizzie. I love you. But does our lives really matter to each other, or is it a game? And I think how we treat each other, it matters because that's why they treat us the way they treat us. We don't treat each other any better. We financially utilize off of each other's demise, lives, turn each other down, and some more. So in my title it says, "Does Black Lives Really Matter?" Um, I got my girl Tamika Mallory. If you guys go look at my community wall, I definitely took all kind of pictures with my girl this past weekend, and it was amazing. And it always feels good. Hey, can't get right. Good morning, love. And it always feels good to be in a room of greatness and people that are trying to inspire the world and bring some common ground to what's happening in our communities. And that's where my focus is. working with activists such as Tamika Mallory. Also, it's a picture of my son. Google who these people are, you know what I'm saying? And what they're doing for our communities is bigger than me. And I want to be right beside them when they do these things. So let me get into it so y'all can hear some clips because we got to remember Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Michael Brown, Shanquilla Robinson, Trayvon Martin. Because, see, I have sons. And I always talk about that because it doesn't matter if it's not happening to us. It doesn't matter if that knock isn't at our door, right? It ain't our kids, right? We watch it on the news and, oh my God, today. And then we go on with our lives because that knock hasn't hit our door yet. But it will. It is. Because does Black lives really matter? This could be our son, our daughters. But who's talking about it? Salute to Shank Rock because he did cover this story about Robert Brooks. Just so y'all know, I cried so hard watching it. I cried. Do y'all remember the black brother? And I say my brother because it is. All of y'all my brothers and sisters. When it comes to things like this, they don't see difference between us. They don't see that you're not my blood kin or anything at all. We are all one and the same because we have the same skin tone. I remember the mother, and this was a couple of years ago. Y'all don't remember he was kind of slow, but he was functionable. He was driving, and the blue people that's supposed to protect our communities pulled him over, and they beat him. And when they beat him, he kept crying out, God help me. Why God? Why me? His mother said she felt it in her gut. He was just around the block from the house, just a block. She said she felt it in her gut. She heard the sirens, but she felt it in her gut. Something ain't right. And you know, as women, we get those instincts. I don't know about a man, but we get those motherly instincts when we carry that child that something's not right. So imagine your son getting pulled over. No weapons on him, no drugs, just being black and getting beat ungodly and screaming out to God, why me? And when I heard that story, when I read it and seen it on the news, and I heard some of his cries and his screams, I knew that God had a purpose for him in a better place. We keep screaming America's great and all of that. No, it's not. There's nothing beautiful about America. Why? Because it's cleaner than other countries? Thank you so much, Nola. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got 4 more to go on my goal. If you guys don't mind helping me reach that today, it would be awesome. And the goals are just really to keep the channel going, to keep the content creators motivated to bring content. So if you guys don't mind helping me reach my other 4 goals, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Nola. But yeah, when I heard those screams and those cries, they looked at that young man as he was my son, as he was my brother. And hey, sister, and Von Sheila and Miss Groovy, thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate you guys. I love you, sis. I love you. And thank you, sis, for the birthday gift. Sis definitely sent me a birthday gift. She's like, sis, I'm late. But I need 4 more. It's a go of 5, but anything of $2.99 and higher, sis. It's something that YouTube has started to help the channels grow and stuff like that. But yeah, she said as a mother, she felt it in her gut and he was so close to home. Just imagine your son or your daughter being a block from home and they're screaming out, God, why? God, why me? God, please. And to that young brother in heaven, God had a bigger purpose than for you up there with him than he did down here in this dirty world. Hey, Miss Kelly, hey, sister. So let me play some of these clips so you guys can hear it. And y'all tell me, does Black lives really matter? Because we even got something going on in our sector right now, in my Mo3 sector, a domestic violence situation. I'm just going to say no kind of abuse is okay at all. I don't want any part of it because of these type of situations. Hey, Yana, thank you for coming through. And I'm sorry, y'all, I still don't feel good, but I'm trying to get it together for y'all. But let's hear some of these clips and go from there. And then I got another part of the segment that I want you guys to hear. Hold on, guys, 1 second.
We're tracking breaking news tonight video that clearly shows at least 12 strikes or punches to a man who's handcuffed. Robert Brooks had just been transferred to Marcy Correctional from another facility on the day of the assault. Part of the video you will soon see shows a corrections officer using a boot to kick Brooks, who's handcuffed with a bloody face. It happened Monday, December 9th. Robert Brooks.
Now, y'all remember what they just said? Super chat, sis, super chat. Now, y'all remember what he just said? Handcuffed. Not only was he handcuffed, but when you really go back and look, he was in a straitjacket, handcuffed. The way they beat him, I was crying at 4 o'clock this morning. When Shank first showed it, it didn't hit the way it hit me watching it for myself. Because again, I was just looking up some stories and I was like, wow, what is our communities coming to? What is happening? Why aren't we using our voice? Why can't we give our communities 5 minutes of a segment? Hey, Sun Kids, salute, love. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you so much. I love you. But why can't we take 5 minutes of when we fire these lives up to say a prayer for that family? Because the way they beat him, and when you see his face, because I'm trying not to cry, but it was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch my Black brother with his hands behind his back beat ungodly. And in his face, you can kind of see that he was like praying. That it's almost like he knew. And his face was so bloody, y'all. It was so bloody. Salute, Shane. Salute. It was so bloody. The way they kicked him, the way they hit him, and he already looked malnourished. And see, we always want our brothers locked up, but they are getting mistreated. See, the judge is the judge of the crime, not the police, to take matters in their hands, to mistreat our people, to starve them. Because see, one thing about the jails, you get money. They get money to feed them people. I don't know about y'all, but I've been incarcerated. The meals are horrible. But you can see his ribs. You can see Robert Brooks' ribs. Hey, London, thank you for coming through. Thank you. And Shank or Callie, I can drop links. Callie, make sure you drop your link to promote what you got going on this weekend on your cooking channel, please. Shank Rock, please drop your link so everybody can go over there and check out what you got going on. You got some pretty epic stuff going on over there in London. You could get your link dropped as well. But his ribs was showing. The blows they was giving to him in his legs so little, but the blows that they was giving this black man, you couldn't help but cry. And if you don't cry watching that video, it's something wrong with you. You are lost. And I gotta say, I saw my son. Unfortunately, I saw my child. It's sad, but most people don't care unless it hits their homes. When it happens to them, they want everyone else's help. Let's go, Miss Groovy. Let's go. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis Yvette. No need to drop it. I'm here to support. Okay, but I just like to drop everybody's links and stuff like that. Hey, kisses, Dr. Soapy, kisses. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Dr. Soapy as well. You know what I'm saying? Great vibes over there. Dr. Soapy is from the beef sector, but that's my love right there. Always showing much love and support over here. And that's just what it is. For everybody to show support, I drop links and stuff like that. This is not that over here. You get what I'm saying? This is a supportive channel, and it doesn't matter who you are. If you are a content creator and you have content over there, that's just what it is. You know, I'm going to drop your link and stuff like that. And we got to start waking up on positive notes, y'all. Let me just put that out there for each and every one of y'all. We have to start waking up regardless what we go through or somebody put us through. Let's start waking up on positive notes. Growing means if my sister over here want to grow with me and do this in London and Shank and Dr. Soapy, Miss Callie's Kitchen, Brother Nazir, for those content creators that came here, I'm here to grow with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the F shit. I'm just not. It's just supposed to be about growth for each and every one of us. That's why I said I want people around me that want to grow, that want to build me a ladder so I can climb and then I can reach down and grab your hand, okay? So you can come up there with me. That's why I said, does Black lives really matter? It doesn't have to be police brutality or anything. Does our life matter? Do we matter to each other? Because y'all lives matter to me. I don't want to wake up and see nothing, hear anything bad happen to none of y'all. None of y'all. Because it's not my place to judge. It's not my place to judge anybody's situation. None of that. I don't want to straddle the fence. I want to climb a ladder. Blenda Hillen, my love, thank you so much for coming through. I love you, sis. Brother Nazir, Sissy Bad, if you don't mind dropping Brother Nazir's link. Welcome, my brother. I appreciate you, Brother Nazir. Always, Dr. Soapy, you are positive. I'm here for it. I'm trying to be, and the devil is a lie, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my girl, Blenda Hillen. Blenda Hillen, you had a great live yesterday. Y'all make sure y'all pull up and go check those lives out and stuff like that. They're so motivational. Hey, Marie, sis. Hey. And let me get back to this, but I just got to put that positive note out there for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And yes, my sister Sun Kids, she definitely has she goes live on TikTok. She's very motivational over there on TikTok. So we want to make sure and that's how you find her on TikTok as well under Sun Kids. So make sure y'all go subscribe to my girl Sun Kids so we can get her started with her YouTube channel and hopefully be over there in her chat with her. But yeah. Thank you, Dr. Soapy. Hugs, 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 and more hugs, okay? God's chat, I wasn't expecting that gratitude. Yeah, Sun Kids, we're going to get you out there, okay? We fam, sis. Yes. Hey, Nikki Lynn, thank you, thank you, thank you. He said drop the link when you get a chance. Okay. Shank Rock did the live on this. And you know, we be so caught up in the bullshit We be so caught up. Hey, Lenise. Hey, welcome. Good morning. Happy home day, and everybody stay safe. Again, real quick, prayers out there to those in North Carolina. I mean, in California. It's a bad. I want my babies. I want my babies with me right now, and I want to be with my babies. But the firestorm out there is crazy. It is so orange. The sky is so dark. It's scary. It is scary. Um, I don't know how to feel right now. When she called me, I seen it on the news. I stayed up and I watched the news, and I just cried for my baby. You know what I'm saying? Because this storm is crazy. So for Lalizi, she's out there in Vegas. Thank you, Blended Healing, and Marty. I see you. Good morning. Hey Jim, my baby. But if y'all got family out there in California, please call and check on them immediately. For each and every one of y'all, call, check, make sure they're safe, because this is something ungodly. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. We have to wake up. We have to wake up, and we have to start being positive. And my lives are never to call nobody out on no specific, but if I can show love to y'all and get y'all motivated for the day, if somebody just fucked y'all day up yesterday, I want y'all to know I'm here to kind of just be, have you ever noticed that God put you somewhere for a reason? All the shit that's going on YouTube, when I stroll down my phone and I see all the keeping up with somebody's business and all the go along to get along, and all the, if you don't go by what I say, then you're against me. No, it's not that. Because I pick me every time. I'm going to pick me every time. Because, see, when I'm having downfalls and shit and real life is hitting me in here, guess what? That's on me. That's on me. Do I got people in the chat that I can call and depend on or something? Yeah. But in real life, it's on me. So then I got to go and find a Dr. Soapy live, a Blended Healing live, a Shank Rock live to get back refocused. Something positive to get me back refocused and grounded. Hey, Who Kim, salute, welcome. Hey, China Baby. And Who Kim is also a content creator. China Baby is definitely a content creator in Chinatown. I want to help get these girls monetized, get them up to their 1,000 and some more stuff. He said I have to do a strong build, Shank Rock, brother spirit, and the way he does things resonates in respect. Thank you, brother Nazir. Much love to you. But I want to be that person that where I don't want to give y'all negative vibes. I don't want to be nothing negative to y'all day. I want to be positive for y'all. I know what it's like. Hey sis, I know what it's like waking up and not having nobody positive to really encourage you, dog. I know this. Thank you, Dr. Soapy. Thank you. Do what you do. We appreciate it. I appreciate you, Dr. Sophie. Thank you guys so much for helping me reach my goal. Thank you. It means everything. London did come through, and go check out my community wall. Since we're talking about does Black Lives Matter, go read the story Justice for Felita. This is another reason why I'm doing this live today, because y'all, we talked about the political stuff about it, but did we really get deep into Black Lives Matter? Does Black lives really matter? No, because we ain't got justice for my girl Shanquilla. They let the officer off that took young Breonna Taylor, who was laying in her bed getting a good night's rest so she can get up and maintain her day the next day to be productive in a society that they don't want us to even be a part of, and took her life. Oh, it was a mistake. All of them was mistakes. Our lives are mistakes to them. You too, London. You have a good day or two, okay? And I hope you have a productive day. Thank you, Nola. Thank you. She said, keep up the great work, Ms. Parker. You are preaching the truth. It is. Y'all get what I'm saying? And thank you, Yvette, for dropping all the links, sister. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Who Kim. But let's get back to this. I don't know about y'all, I'm gonna share the video. Watch it. And look how they did our brother. Look how they did our brother.
Happened Monday, December 9th. Robert Brooks, who was convicted of assault outside Rochester, died at the hospital in Utica the next day, December 10th. His death only became public Sunday the 15th, when it was announced by the state corrections commissioner that an inmate had died after use of force by staff at Marcy. Robert Brooks.
Y'all heard that? And can some hey Sissy Bad, can you drop just Jay's link too? She's also a great content creator. December 9th, incident secured. December 10th, Brooks dies. December the 15th, the death is publicized. What? Are we not woke yet? Do our lives really matter? Do it?
Was identified as that inmate the next day, December 16th. Days later, on the 23rd, the governor called for the firing of 14 people implicated in his death. All told, the state attorney general released nearly 2 hours of body cam footage from 4 separate cameras. Now, we'll walk you through the violence moment by moment.
We'll walk you through the violence. Did y'all see them officers' faces? When they watched him get beat, kicked, the kick I knew. When I seen the kick, I broke down immediately. What up, Zeke, my brother? They did do him dirty, Zeke. Hey, Beck, sis. Hey, sis. I hope you enjoyed yourself with me, sir. Sis said, I got sis at second drink. And next thing I know, I seen sis's back and didn't see her no more. I said, sis can't hang with me. She's gone. Thank you, China, baby. I appreciate that so much. Brother Nazir said they let Sean Grayson out of jail also. He mercifully took our sister's life in Illinois. I'm going to drop the link in a few, Brother Nazir. I would love to hear from you and Shank. But Zeke, man, dirty Zeke. Dirty. His face. Everything about Robert Brooks. And if I'm not even his mother. But I felt like they took my child out, y'all. They were smiling. Yeah, they were smiling, Shane. They was waiting for my turn. They was waiting to turn his ass up. They show you how much hate they have for us as a people. They don't see the beauty in me. They don't see my lashes, how pretty my hair is. They look at our skin. They don't see anything else about us. They don't see a good smile and an attitude. He was not theirs to take. His life was not theirs to take. The way they drugged him in there, I knew before I seen the beating, it was going to be something horrific. I couldn't even go to sleep to think I would never watch anybody doing anybody like that. To the Cabo 6. When we go back to our beautiful sister Shanquilla, who I love and I scream her name every day. To watch her get beat to death. Never. Never. But hey, our lives don't matter to each other, all right? It was a long week and a long day. I already know you, big. We have to respond to such things in a manner that shows that Black lives matter. It's evil to beat on a brother who cannot defend himself because he was in cuffs, such cowards. Brother Nazir, his face, it almost screamed, y'all, God, just take me now. Go watch it. Watch it for yourself. And let me see y'all outlook on it. Let me see the dedication into making sure that my life matters to y'all, okay? To the blue people out there, my life matters just as much as yours. To the officers that's supposed to protect us, I have never been so disturbed. Man, you don't even want to throw a straw wrapper out the window. The way they did Robert Brooks. We thought watching George Floyd was something. We thought how they took poor Breonna out was something. This was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Thank you, Sister Yvette. I appreciate you so much for the disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and don't necessarily reflect the views or positions of the channel holder. Thank you. Hey, Tannis, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And please hit my like button, y'all. It's crazy how you have 400 or 500 views on a live, and y'all don't even, I don't know who y'all are that's hitting it. So even if you dislike me, just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? You came through to watch, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a thumbs down, that's okay. Just hit it. This world is a wicked place. We have to get right with God. Jen, you just said a mouthful. Blessings to all who are coming. Your family's cool in California? Okay, good, Miss Groovy, good.
We'll walk you through the violence moment by moment. Robert Brooks's family has seen parts of it and called it horrific and devastating. And it is. What the body cam video shows has been widely condemned for its shocking violence. It begins after 9 o'clock at night, Monday, December 9th, on secure property outside Marcy Correctional. There is no sound because the cameras were in standby mode and not activated by the law enforcement officers wearing them. 43-year-old Robert Brooks, handcuffed behind his back, appears to be lifted off the ground and carried by his arms. Less than a minute later, inside the...
Did y'all hear that? Because, see, that was the abuse started. See, we don't want to miss every detail matters. Y'all imagine being in cuffs and being lifted off the ground. Cuffs are already uncomfortable, whether you've been in them or not. It's the most uncomfortable thing. And they lifted that man off the ground. His body was already hurting. He was already being abused. And like I said, when you look at his ribs, he's being malnourished. I had, real quick before we get off this and go forward, I was pregnant May 2006. I was addicted to cocaine at the time. So I already wasn't eating and stuff like that. You don't have an appetite when you're doing drugs. Not everybody. And when I go, they make sure they give you a pregnancy test as a woman. They give you a pregnancy test and stuff. And they told me I was pregnant. I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, you're pregnant. So I'm stressed out and, waiting to go back in the back or whatever. And as I get to the back, I started hurting. I started cramping. I'm telling the woman, I just don't feel good. I don't know what it is. I don't feel good. So as they take me upstairs, something's pulling. I just don't know what it is. So my mom's friend just so happened to be a guard there. She came in and said, Tasha, what's going on? I was like, girl, probation, violation. And she was like, what's wrong? Why your face like that? I was like, I just don't feel good. And I was like, and they just told me I was pregnant at intake. I don't feel good. She said, well, let me get you something downstairs. So they got me a room. She got me a pod downstairs. I was miscarrying my baby. I didn't know I was miscarrying my baby. They took me to the medical. I kept saying I'm hurting. By the next day, I was in pain. I was in labor. They took me to the medical part, gave me 2 ibuprofen, and sent me on my way. As I got out, I did 15 days. And when I got out, my sister, I was so pale. My sister picked me up. I said, get me to the hospital. I don't feel good. I was bleeding on my back. And when I got to the hospital, I had poison in my blood from them not properly sending me out to the medical to get the proper treatment. I was supposed to have a DNC up on that. And that's when I realized that our lives don't matter when it comes to being in the jail. So seeing Robert Brooks and the way he looked, I get it.
His arms. Less than a minute later, inside the prison infirmary, which is getting crowded with more prison staff. When we see Robert Brooks's face for the first time, it's bloody. Then the video shows 2 punches, the first of many.
I do not take lightly the release of this video, especially in the middle of the holiday season. But as Attorney General, I release these videos because I have a responsibility and duty to provide the Brooks family, their loved ones, and all New Yorkers with transparency and accountability.
After 2 apparent punches, Robert Brooks's head is visibly wobbly. He's being held up by 2 correction officers.
He can't fight back. His hands in cuffs. The way they beat Robert Brooks, and when you see his face, it's like he knows that I'm not going to make it out of this. I'm not going to make it out of this.
There is more struggle on the infirmary table, and an officer appears to deliver another strong punch. Less than a minute later, 3 more successive blows to the back of the inmate's body. Less than 15 seconds later, a correction officer is seen rubbing Brooks's chest and sternum area, and while the intent is not clear, a sternum rub is a painful stimulus used to assess the responsiveness of someone who may be unconscious. Eventually, Brooks is put into leg restraints. When Brooks is pulled up to a seated position, the video clearly shows he's unsteady, barely able to stay up.
He's unsteady. He's unsteady. You can see it. I watched it. Deplorable. A modern day lynching. KKK in police uniform. Our skin is our uniform in the war that has been waged against us. Rodney King? How soon did we forget? See, we got to stop letting these, our lives be the past. No, this is our lives. This is a daily thing for us. It's something going on in Cali. Yes, Tannis, it's a windstorm, but it's a fire windstorm. And it's super orange outside. The smoke in the air is horrific. And my daughter just called me. She's in LA and it's ashes falling everywhere. So I just want to say prayers to those up there. Prayers to you, Tannis, and stuff like that. Thanks for helping my sis reach her goal. Thank you, Jamie. He was unconscious, y'all. Picking the brother up like cattle they just put down. Man, Brother Nazir, I had never in my life thought that anything could be worse than what they've done to our other fallen brothers and sisters. But this by far, and if y'all think for a second that this cannot be y'all and that Miss Parker will not be firing up her live one day, praying for your family, you are sadly mistaken today. The demons never care about the pain our sisters endure. They just let y'all suffer. Yeah, but let's finish this real quick.
The video clearly shows he's unsteady, barely able to stay upright without assistance. Even though the video is silent, the next blow is excruciating to watch. Brooks is not struggling. We don't know what's being said, but we see a windup. Right hand punch to the midsection. To get him.
That blow was so, man, that blow was so heavy. What was y'all saying to him in that room? I can only imagine. It looked like he was many niggas to the gods. Unconscious. Being beat to death. Blow after blow. Kick after kick. Punches to your legs while you're in cuffs, not able to fight back. You just have to take it. I've been saying that for years. Black lives matter. When is Black lives going to matter to us? They are afraid that if we as Black people, if we as Black power, we're going to treat them the way they did us and are doomed. We must develop a nervous system among our people, meaning feel each other's pain and responding accordingly. Dissatisfaction brings change. Are we tired of this or not? Man, say it again, Brother Nazir. That's why they treat us like that. They are afraid of us.
To get him to his feet, prison staff yank him by the collar. Then he's shoved against a wall. In a hallway outside, other staff members are seen listening to what's happening, one of them clearly smiling or laughing about something. In the room, Robert Brooks is lifted straight up off the ground by two officers. Then, Brooks is back on the infirmary bed. He is stripped of his pants, now in underwear. He is no longer handcuffed. He is no longer moving.
No longer moving. The staff outside is laughing. Y'all gotta go watch this video that I'm gonna share. The staff outside is smelling that another Negro is getting taken the fuck up off this earth. Are y'all not in the chat saying, am I next? So many times do we kind of slide past the stop sign. We get in domestic disputes. Unwarranted domestic disputes. Arguments with our neighbors. Let's not forget the Black woman whose kids went and played in the neighbor's yard and dropped their toy, as many kids do. They leave their balls, they kick their balls over there. So she just wanted to make sure that it was okay if she can collect her kids' things off of her property, and got unalived. Oh, let me calm down, because it ain't none of us, okay? It's not us, so it doesn't matter. It only matter. Y'all lives only matter when we want to gossip and talk about you and bring you to the ground, right?
Moving.
As Attorney General, you have my word that we will use every possible tool available to us to investigate this death thoroughly and swiftly.
The body camera videos show a roughly 10-minute interaction from outside the correctional facility to inside, the point where you just saw Robert Brooks on the bed in his underwear. 14 Corrections Department employees, 2 sergeants, 10 correction officers, and a nurse have been suspended. The governor is trying to have them fired. Tonight, the organization that represents New York policing.
What? What? That was 10 minutes of him in his underwear when they was still beating him. 10 minutes. That's not including when they carried him in there in the air with his arms behind his back. Oh, Robert Brooks ain't y'all child, so we don't care today. Hey, bless Ali. Ebeck said we are all targets. Jamie said they don't care. I have 2 sons. I couldn't imagine getting that phone call saying the blue people killed my son. They want us to believe that it's just a few bad apples on these departments. Yes, this is the police culture all across America. It's joyful for them to engage in such evil. Stay right there, Brother Nazir, with that. Again, in the chat, is it because Robert Brooks ain't our child? Oh, is it because we didn't get this call for the holidays that we don't care? See, I don't want to fire up these lives that I do and worry about is Brother Nazir cheating on his wife. Or if Brother Nazir is beating his wife and get paid off of that. No, I want to get on here and talk about domestic violence if that's the case. want to get out here and open up my lives and talk about women and men knowing their self-worth and not get paid, but build us up as Black people. I want to show that Robert Brooks' life meant something to us and should mean something to us as Black people, because again, you might be next. My son might be next. It's just the reality of what the fuck is going on. But again, I know it doesn't matter sometimes until that knock comes at your door. Just like the New Orleans. People want to go and enjoy the New Year's. Don't work all year, probably ain't went out too much. Just to go get groceries, just necessities for the house. Taking care of kids. Going to school. Trying to be somebody. Trying to be successful. Unalive for hate. The people in Vegas, unalive for hate. But it doesn't matter because it's not us or our family members, okay, right? As I open my Instagram, one of my subscribers placed a picture and it was her cousin. Her family, her cousin's cousin that was unalived in the New Orleans. So I'm praying for you, okay? I put prayer hands under the comments. But I can't say I know how y'all feel because I don't. I try to be a protector for my kids because I brought them in this world, but I can't. But what I can do is use my channel so my kids can see and get a better understanding of what the fuck is going on. That's why I pray to God all the time. Keep me here as long as possible just to see my kids get through. Because I don't want to bury my kids before God takes me out of here, okay? Okay, Sunkiss. Hey, Bird, my love. And I'm crying because I'm hurting for our people. I'm hurting for y'all. I'm hurting for my people. This was the saddest shit to ever watch as a mother. He couldn't fight y'all back. And it goes back all the way to slavery days. I told y'all, we are still slaves. We just have a little bit more free movement than the Harriet Tubmans, than the Kunta Kintes. We are still those people, y'all. We just not in chains until they put us in chains and they put that man in chains and those was cuffs. It's the saddest thing to see. But my girl Tamika Mallory, let me play this, guys. Salute to you, Tamika. It's always a pleasure being in your presence. Always. She's a beautiful soul. And again, check out those pictures we had. But she had one of the greatest speeches of all times. And I want to play that for y'all really quick. And I'm so upset, y'all. It's crazy how I'm still upset after watching that. 1 second, guys.
Happening across
Hold on,
this
guys.
nation. This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. We cannot look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here in
stop it right there. Tamika Mallory's first words was, we are in the state of emergency for our people. Remember, they call state of emergencies when it's a bad storm, when a hurricane disaster, a fire such as the one in California. No, we are in a state of emergency as Black people. But I know for a lot of us, it's not going to be until that knock is at our door. I'm going to finish playing it, but salute to you, Tamika. It's been a pleasure to meet you and stand beside you in Washington. And it was always, it's forever and always a pleasure to stand beside you. Charge them everywhere. Ain't that what Brother Nazir just said a minute ago? It's just not some. Charge them in every city. They're cowards, just like Daniel Penny sneaking up on a much smaller man and choking him out, while others held his hands so he couldn't fight back. Hey, Real Vibe, Grand Rising. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. Ebek, she said, do your job. Yes. And Ebek, I know you felt good. You know what I'm saying, meeting Tamika this past weekend, and everything it's always good being in a room full of great people. People that's fighting for me, people that's fighting for my kids, people that's fighting for y'all. And I'm standing beside them fighting for us as well. Nothing more, nothing less.
From you. We learn violence from you. We learn violence from you. The violence.
Hold on, what she just say? We learn violence from you. Again, she brought up the Native Americans. Let's talk about slavery. We wasn't putting nooses around our neck, hanging each other from trees. We weren't putting shackles on each other, walking miles and miles and miles to go slave in a cotton field, to raise your children. We couldn't read, but we had to teach Master's kids how to read. While Master's wife lays and produce, we was cooking Master's meals. We was cooking, growing our own food. Yeah, they didn't have seasonings and stuff back in the day. Okay? Let that sink in. We took care of them off of our knowledge. What our ancestors kept passing down to us, only to get beat, only for them to impregnate us at a young age. See, a lot of us don't even know our roots. Y'all always get on here talking about we want reparations, we want our 40 acres and a mule, but who's stepping up and taking charge to really push forward? Like the Tamika Mallorys, the My Sons. And salute to you, my son. It's always a pleasure standing beside you, my brother.
It was what we learned from you. Right. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
If you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better. Salute my sister again, Tamika Mallory. The FBI itself said that every police department across America has been infiltrated by white supremacist groups. Real Vibe said we are the most loving. I'm going to drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. Hey, Candy Cane. Salute to both of my Candy Canes. Salute, good morning. Thank you guys so much. Please hit that like button. Share this live out. Put prayer hands in the chat for Robert Brooks' family. On behalf of me, the Switching Lanes family, and Shank Rock, we send prayers up to y'all. There's no words I can even say after watching this brutality happen that could ever make y'all feel any better about this situation. I challenge each and every one of y'all that came through today or that's gonna watch, come back and watch this video, to go watch that video and then come back and leave me a comment and tell me, does Black lives really matter? That's it, and that's all. I dropped the link for anybody that wants to pull up, that has anything to say. Thank you guys so much for putting prayers up for the family of Robert Brooks. Damn, I cannot even not get choked up, y'all, because I didn't know that video was that bad. Like I said, Shank Rock showed it, but the devil was winning that day on my end. And I say that because it is positive content creators out here. It is positive spaces to go. But I was somewhere listening to somebody be belittled, degraded, and some more shit. And I just gotta be honest. Instead of really taking in what Shank Rock was trying to deliver, because that's my activist brother right there. He goes and stands on the line. He's fighting a war with America, with these people. And he makes sure that I saddle up and ride with him for a greater cause, a bigger cause, whether anybody wants to believe it or not. He puts in that work, and he makes sure I'm geared up to go with him. And he gets into it. And that's why we're able to go and sit with Sue Ann Robinson, Ben Crumb, and it's not about popularity or a brag or nothing. She is fighting her life for us. This hypocritical nation always tells our children that violence is not the answer to solve our issues with others. Yet, where are the examples of nonviolence anywhere in the world? And what Tamika say? We learn violence from you. Y'all taught us how to be violent. It's a problem when we do it. Take in the message. Listen to what she said. I want to play it one more time without the interruption of me.
This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. We cannot look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here
If you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better. Okay? That's it and that's all. In the great words of my sister, Tamika Mallory. And this speech will forever, in the title, like it says, go down in history. Thank you, Tamika. I appreciate you. I love you tremendously. I love you dearly. To my girl, Sue Ann, keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. Even with the Shanquilla Robinson case that Shank Rock and the Rock Squad and other content creators do, we always find a way to tear down and find something wrong with how our black people move instead of just letting them do their fucking job. To just a little bit. Give our black people a little bit more credit. We do that as black people. Why y'all think they don't give a fuck about us? Well, she shouldn't have did that. I think they need to do this. And I think no, let them do what they need to do, because where the fuck are we at? We're so busy judging, but goddamn it, I ain't seen a soul. That's why I put my boots on. And I be in here making posters. Honk your horn for justice. And see how many horns blow when we making them signs. When we walking down the road with Miss Salamandra and Quilla to deliver envelopes to the White House, because we're trying to make them, we're trying to make America know that we matter. Her life matters. She was taken out by her own skin color. That's why it doesn't matter. We'll flood their community with drugs. They bought that over here. And our own kind sold us out for those drugs that has killed our communities for years and still taking us out every day. Hey, Barbara, my love. Thank you. But I digress. Y'all see how the devil get the people out of here. It was 20 people. Oh, Miss Parker ain't talking about nothing. I don't want to hear that shit. But when that knock comes at your door, y'all gonna need a Shank Rock, a Brother Nazir, a Miss Parker. See, that's why I think about and I care about everybody, because I don't know whose door I need to knock on. Because they won't listen to me to give me answers about my child. God forbid that happens. But I want to be able to knock on one of y'all doors for some kind of support. For a voice, just Miss Parker, we're going to help you get answers. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go be able to get to the victim, but I'm going to be able to keep your son's name alive, your daughter's name alive, by firing up my live and speaking on it, because it matters to me. Because I know as a black person, I am one step away from being Robert Brooks, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, Michael Brown, Mr. Avery, the young girl that got burnt up down here in South Carolina, 20 years old, just graduated college, burnt up. Oh, the suspects are still out there. And that's what we get on the news all the time. They're still investigating. Why? Natalie Holloway, they kept her story alive for years. Till they caught them. They didn't stop looking for them. Where's our black kids that's missing? Where's the posters? Who is talking about it? Fuck what y'all got going on in y'all life. If it doesn't make dollars, it don't make sense to me. I don't care what's happening in your real life if it's not affecting our black communities. It's none of my business, but this is my business. I don't want to get paid off of this. I want this to be shared to help our Black communities, to be a voice for Robert Taylor's family, to be a voice for my sister Breonna Taylor that happened in my home state of Kentucky. Innocent. Sleeping in her bed. Innocent. Ain't so many of y'all in the chat innocent? Doing nothing wrong? Doing nothing wrong. So y'all might, we might want to wake the fuck up. Because I've yet to see a live spark up, and I know every day I wake up, I don't just read what's happening in where I lay my head, the community I'm in. I wake up and see what's happening worldwide. And I challenge all of y'all as content creators to give y'all community 5 minutes when you fire live up. I don't give a damn how negative you are. Hey, sis. Salute. But yeah, I don't want to hear this. Y'all don't want to hear this. I ain't talking about nothing. Again, until it hits your door. Again, until your child wants to go out on Suburban Street and, go out with friends or go to the mall, get him some new shirts, some new kicks. And a hate crime happens in the mall. Oh, Miss Parker supposed to be the voice then, right? Oh, y'all want to run to the Sue-Anns, the Ben Crumps, the Tamika Mallorys, and the Mysons then, right? We must value our life. Self-defense is right that no one can give us or take away from us. Know that they will do that to you. Oh, Brother Nazir, it is. She said, yes, I'm a true witness. Thank you, guys. I'm sick of them. Candy cane, sick of them. But it's okay. Because, see, that's what the devil wants us to do. The devil works with us. We always want to get out there. We're the chosen ones. Act like it. Because I don't know how y'all feel when y'all kids go to school and y'all kids is out here in this world, but I care. I got Black sons. I have daughters that's raising kids. We are in a state of emergency as African Americans. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, we are all the same. You are not better than me because you have more money than me. Not the fuck at all. We are all the same. As long as your color is the same tone, a little bit lighter or a little darker, we are all the same. Real Bob said, I would love to see the day we love and protect our people more. That part. Thank you, Candy Cane. Thank you. I'm just saying. Does Black lives really matter? Does Robert Brooks' life really matter to y'all? Does Breonna Taylor's life really matter to y'all? When the world got to see George Floyd get unalived in our face and beg for mercy and beg to stop and say, I can't breathe. That could have been any one of us in the store simply minding our business. Y'all know how many times we wake up and go to the store minding our business? And we don't know if we're going to be that target today. I go to the store, I couldn't say how many times a day. But I don't want to be that target. I don't want my son to be that target. I don't want a knee in his neck till they take his last breath. I want my kids to go out by God. Not by hate. It's a difference. So does Black lives really matter? Again. Thank you, sis. She said, Black lives matter. We have to believe that. Hey, Miss Tracy. He said, it seems to me that some of us put more value on the lives of others than we value ourselves. Absolutely. Mhm. Brother Nazir, absolutely. I'll be wondering why my black people hate me and don't know me through these chats. It'd be so crazy to me. It'd be so weird to me. Y'all don't know me. I've never done y'all nothing. See, I don't go along to get along because that's what happened to Robert Brooks. Them motherfuckers was in there going along to get along. Them staff workers that was outside listening and smiling was go along to get along. Did y'all hear the video? He said they sat outside and listened to him get beat to death and they started smiling. And that's what a lot of y'all do to me and don't even know me. I've done you motherfuckers on her nothing. Nothing. But y'all look around the room to see what other Negro spoke to me. And if that main Negro, the house Negro, didn't speak to the field Negro, that don't matter. Miss Parker doesn't matter. I'll stay a field Negro. Because I want to work with my brothers and sisters. I'm not better than y'all in no way, shape, or form. I can win the lottery today. I'm not going to be better than y'all. My skin is always going to remain to be black. But I see it on her every day. I see it on her every day how y'all just accumulate hate for no reason. While they sticking together, we build hate for no reason. And it amazes me, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Hey, Stormy Love. Thank you guys so much. That's messed up. Candy Cane Girl. It's definitely time to stay prayed up and pray together as family. Absolutely. Absolutely, sis. Thank you, Candy Cane. I appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna forever fight for y'all. I don't find it even a joking matter, but I know those same people that dislike me, my door's still open. I'll always advocate for each and every one of y'all. Regardless of situations, it don't even gotta be death all the time. It's people that hit me and shank rock up for less. Not getting the proper justice, losing their kids to the system for no reason. That's why I share those kind of stories. To show y'all how corrupt America is when it comes to us as black people. And it's crazy. Because y'all matter to me. Again, I leave this live saying all of y'all matter to me. Ain't a hating bone in my body. And I'm not sitting behind the scenes and telling nobody to dislike a soul. Because see, whatever I've done to people, I got to wait for him upstairs. He's judging me, not y'all. I don't judge y'all. Because I got to meet my maker. It ain't none of y'all my maker. I already know what it is. So I want to turn my life around and be an advocate for these families. Be an advocate for my people that come in here. Well, like I said, whether it's self-worth, helping us get through mental health, helping us get through grief, helping us to stop hating each other for no fucking reason at all. Because another black bitch don't like me, y'all gonna go along with it. And I understand when I look at Shanquilla's videos, I can understand in that moment how the fuck that shit went down. Y'all, I I don't. It's so sad that it's funny to stop me from crying to see this is what it is for real. It you have to laugh sometimes to stop from crying when you see how much hate's really being built up for you because another motherfucker's hurt. See, we don't know how to communicate and express our feelings. We have to get a group, just like the Klan. The Klan's a group of white supremacists that gather together to build up hate and to spew hate to each other in each other's ears and make it stick. We are no better than the KKK. We not. We not. When we do that type of shit, we're not. Oh, you don't like the bitch? Okay. Yeah, I hate that bitch. I don't like that bitch. And that bitch did this to me, and then boom, there we go. We trying to build up the next person to hate somebody that you don't. No, no. I have people that sit with my enemies every day, and I do say enemies because when you build up a hate group, you have become an enemy. You have chosen to sit back and want these people to target me based off of your feelings, such as the KKK does. And I have friends to go sit with those people. Do I hate? Am I mad? No. Because, see, I know today the devil's working overtime. Whether y'all believe in God or not, the devil's working overtime when it comes to us. We as black people have to wake up and realize we are all in the same boat. None of us is better than the other. Until we recognize our power, we will continue to tear each other down. BX Queen, right there, the last part. If we unite, it's game over. We can't stay on code, okay, Candy Cane? Y'all, yes, please share out this live, y'all. Often we are the worst, no shade, just facts. Stormy, I scream it all the time over here. We the worst. Yes, feel free to support the channel by hitting the Cash App, grabbing a super sticker, or joining the membership. It's greatly appreciated. It really is. We must get rid of the slave mentality. It's killing us. Hurt people. Man, y'all just saying a mouthful. Y'all really just saying a mouthful. But I challenge you guys today to go watch the video. Don't watch what the news said. Go watch the video. And don't just focus on the punches. Focus on Robert. Focus on Robert. Sis, sometimes we have to stop supporting people with the BS because you're talking real content and real life stuff and they don't support you or drop the like button or the dollar sign. And this is not one way thing, it's together. And that's true. You're right, sis. Stormy, the video of Robert Brooks is out there. Again, Stormy, I cried so bad. I think that's why I just ain't getting better because that video just like I was up till 4 o'clock and I watched it over and over. I watched it like 5 times back to back because I had to look at their facial expressions and then I had to go back 3 more times and look at Robert. And I've never been so sad at being a black person in my life. I sympathize with him and I empathize with the family. And it's crazy to me. It's sad. Young Trayvon Martin walking to the store with a sweet tooth, wanting the Arizona tea and a bag of Skittles on his way home, unalived, while the blue man sits in front of a jury and just say, I was just protecting the community. He's no longer here. It went from him looking like somebody. We all look the same to them. Are we not woke? We all look the same to them. It's our skin tone. It's not a dread in our hair. It's not a haircut. It's not some Nubian braids. It's not box braids. We all look the same to them, regardless. Are y'all okay? He got off. Young Breonna Taylor, innocent. They got off. And again, what I always say, they want to compensate us. They want to give you money. Umpteenth amount of money that, you can live free off the rest of your life, but that doesn't bring back the fact that y'all took my baby's innocence away from them. Off of it always being a mistake, or we look like somebody, or we thought. It's always a lie behind it. She said, yeah, that was awful. Did we ever find out what the Edison? No, Stormy, it's crazy. Yeah, so does Black Lives really matter? I got a couple more things I want to talk about. Sometimes, and this is my thing too with Black people, I got another segment. Praying for Robert Brooks' family. Thank you guys for the chat participation. I appreciate everybody for y'all donations to the channel today, helping me reach my goals and stuff like that, because times are hard that we're living in, but I appreciate it. Just hitting that like button for me is so much more than money. Just sharing this video out is so much more than money. Just keeping me in y'all thoughts and prayers, and continue, just pray for me to continue doing this kind of work, to be able to go out there and step with Tamika Mallory and my son and swing them. Just keep me and Shank in y'all prayers for that. We want to be fighting warriors, not just for these families, but for everybody. Because y'all know that everybody's family doesn't make it to the news as a Black person. Let's not forget about the unaliving and the mistreatment and the Black man that got unalived. Was it in Georgia? Bed bugs eating his flesh. We mean nothing. As Black people, our life has no value. We can speak it every day in our house like, well, I'm somebody. Yeah, to us. But not to America. That's why I want to wake us up. No, all my lives ain't going to be about this, but most of them are. When it's time to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. When it comes down to hating people for no reason, I'm going to talk about it. I've heard people talk about the Project 25, and here comes Trump. He's coming. Y'all say he's racist. What he's ready to put out there for the blue people to do to us. Well, but what are we doing? What are we doing? We're adding fuel to the fire. We're helping them hate us. Because we hate us, right? We hate each other sometimes. I'll be here too. This is important. Thank you. And thank you, BX Queen. Thanks to everybody that sent prayers out to these families. I appreciate it. I was going to do a couple other segments, but I think I want to leave out with this. This was so important to me that I just want to leave it right there. It just deserves to be in a segment by itself. I'm going to leave out with this song by Trey Songz, How Many Times. It was a 2020 riots, and he made the song How Many Times, and I'm going to leave out with that, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day, and I'll set up a live for tomorrow. I just want to kind of digest what I just took in and stuff like that, and get into some more research of Black lives that really matter and that should be talked about.
When we invest in North Carolina, North Carolinians win. And with investments in clean energy manufacturing,
He mentioned at the press conference, which I thought was quite interesting, that he's a black man. And as I lay and cried and hurt for Tamika Palmer and for Breonna Taylor and for Kenny Walker and for Janiyah, who we need to love up on. As I laid there and I thought about him saying he's a black man,